One day we'll have an introduction at Wax.
Yeah.
Wow, only 5 so far have turned up for the chat tonight, which is good. We got 5 in, and we've got plenty of comments already coming through. We've got quite a few members, or I should say subscribers, commenting on the chat. You have to be a subscriber to chat in the chat group, just because we used to get spammed. I don't know why they would pick me for like all these random links and stuff that take you to sex sites. I don't know why, there's the word model and they all think it's models, like, so but it's all good. We've got Dave back in the house, brewing glue. Nice to see you, my friends.
Thank you.
He's been working on his lightning
He's
tonight.
pulled it up.
And then we've got Alex, who's also working on a lightning,
Just
but
pulled it up.
lightning 2.
Close the door, or
Yeah.
Oh. All right, James, you have a separate conversation for James tonight.
No, it's because we've had a nightmare with the dog.
Oh, nightmare with the dog, is it?
Well, Mum thought it's a great idea to shut him in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And he
Stop
wrecked it.
barking then. Oh, brilliant.
Ooh. I'm not ignoring him.
Fair enough. Fair in the chat. Alex is doing a lightning 2, isn't that right, Alex? Which is the
indeed.
Hasegawa one.
This is the Hasegawa A. Yes, you can tell
Yeah.
because of the narrower cockpit.
And is it looking all right so far?
It's a nice kit, but it suffers from Hasegawa's normal problem of being very monofocused.
Yeah.
So I think Hasegawa do the bare minimum. I mean, it's nice, but it's pretty expensive for what it is.
What did you pay for it?
I think this was around £30.
Right.
Maybe just over that, actually.
Mm.
They don't give you any internal bay detail. So it's just, I'm going to do this in flight. They do give you a very nice pilot, which is why I'm doing it in flight, because then I can hide the fact that it doesn't have any.
Yeah.
What nice intake detail.
Yeah.
It's
Did
good,
Alex
but
say
it's
it comes
just
with a pilot.
it does come with a pilot. Yeah.
Hasegawa comes with a pilot. That's a rare event.
Yeah, they are one of the only ones, actually.
It's
Both
weird.
the A and the B do.
Weird that, because I didn't realize that Hasegawa don't put pilots in their kits. I think it depends on what it is, isn't it? It's an expensive thing to add to a kit anyway, isn't it? And maybe it's time that that these companies bring out posable 172 pilots, so you can just pick one and just shove it in, because I don't think it really matters what they're wearing, does it really? As long as it's a figure that looks like he's got a helmet on and a pair of goggles, you're pretty much sus, don't you, really?
Well, this is a pretty good pilot, and obviously the F-35 has a special helmet for all of the helmet-mounted stuff. So it's pretty well depicted, actually, and it is posable. It's got good controls and everything. And so, yeah, it's the same sprue in both the A and the B, but it's a pretty good one.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Oh, fair play. Fair play on Hasegawa. I see Sully's got himself a tank on his workbench tonight.
It's a tank, yes.
It's a tank. Is it?
It's a boomstick.
Yeah, so it was, well, technically, in all intents and purposes, a T-55, but T-55s are boring. So I've just been tinkering around, just adding random bits of shizzle on it.
That's nice.
So some scratch built barbed wire, some smoke dispensers I found from somewhere.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's going to have the plan is to have working lights in it. I've wired up the lamp at the front. I need to put 2 in there when I've painted it. And I'm going to try and do some headlights as well.
Just show the top of it again to us. It looks like a mask that you would see in Star Wars. Do you not think? When you see it,
Or in Hellboy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, so the turrets were actually off center like that, were they? The turret lids? They all fenris, don't they? Look at that.
Slightly, yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's got a weird because normally it's got this weird like bit in the middle
Yeah.
that's welded in. So it's not like because normally they're quite like a solid molded turret sort of thing, or
Yeah.
two halves like top and bottom.
Mm.
But this one's like it's like an entire bottom half and then this top bit welded on. Yeah, so it's all sort of just bodge job stuff. I mean, it's that the barrel's like off German artillery piece.
Yeah.
Something similar to an 88. It's
So is this like a what if sort of tank? Is it?
Sort of sci-fi apocalyptic type bollocks. I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing with it.
It's got that Mad Max kind of vibe to it, hasn't it?
I've got I know the barrels fell off it, but I got a what do you call it? Grenade launcher. So that's going to sit on the one side. I've got a 50 cal to go on the other. I've got my barbecue. I need to redo the grill. I've got a barbecue. that's gonna sit. That's gonna sit on the back there, like that. So yeah, it's some random shizzle.
Oh, fair play, mate.
Just for a laugh, like because I mean it says I got the tank for nothing. It's boring as hell. So I thought I'll go zhuzh it up a little bit and just make some waffle.
Ah, fair play. Fair play. I've finished the Concorde. Did I finish that last week? I can't remember. Did I finish?
I think it was last week. Yeah, back.
Yeah. So the Concorde's all finished now.
That's good.
Really, it is what it is. It's a 50-year-old tooling of what I believe one of the greatest engineering feats that the English, with a bit of help from those across the water in France, did. You know what I mean? I never quite understood what, how it all worked out, whether the English developed it and the French then built it at the same time as the English, or was it like a 50-50 development? I'm never quite too sure on the history of it, but
well, the French confused us with the metric system.
Yeah.
With Concorde. That's why it went up in price.
It did it?
Yeah.
Fair enough. The decals, because they're old, they went on all right. This side's better than this side, because I think, as you can see, whoops, there you go. You can see some of the decal kind of started to disintegrate on contact, and which door? That door there, it disintegrated. But do you know what? It was I thoroughly enjoyed building it. I'm still got to do the video on it. I've got all the footage, I just haven't done all the editing of it. But what I did do was there was no cockpit detail whatsoever in the kit, so I ended up painting the glass black, and I think that makes it look a bit better, doesn't it? Having it black. So the black's all the glass is all black. I've fallen in love. I don't know if I've said this before, but look at them lines. That I painted it white and then sprayed it black. And the tape that I've used is from a company in Japan called Nichiban. There it is. It seems to be better than Tamiya's. Tamiya do a good one anyway. So, but anyways, before we go into the discussion tonight, we've got taggers in also. We've got Ozscale Modeling saying hello to everybody. I'm going to quickly go through these. If I miss your name, don't be offended. I will answer you questions or whatever during the chat. Just very quickly. We got the regulars in basically. Celtic West, Bish, Roachford, Hobby Time, Erwin, Kevin. Welcome to you, Kevin. Oh, Kevin's a new member of the channel. Thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. What sort of kits are you into? What do you like building, my friend? Let us know in the chat. Bugler's in, Dan Usher, Evelyn Herbert, Dave Robinson's in, John Arthur. We've got loads inside. Hobby Barn, hope you're well, mate. I've been enjoying your live streams, been watching them back when you've had them on the channel. Call me V. V's in. Hiya, V. Nice to see you. Moving down through Mac Models with Bozza. Hiya, mate. Nice to see you, my friend. I say Hobby Barnes, we've said. David JM, nice to see you. Mod Officer, what's he saying? Can't be with you tonight, as in bed already. Hope you have a great night. In to say hi and sorry. Must be on a promise. You don't go to bed that early. Back to the LFC. Gerald's in. Hiya, nice to see you. Going down through, I think I've got everyone. Jeff72 looks good, Moz. Yeah, the video's going to come out. It is what it is. It's an old kit, raised panel lines, details not there. I spoke to Dale today and argued that they should do a Concorde maybe in the future. They haven't got one planned. Apparently, we're going to be more excited about what's coming up next year. So, you know, it's got to be a Bearcat, obviously, when they say things like that to me. So, Jared's also in, and just going on Paul Burridge. Nice to see you. If I missed anyone, I do apologize. I want to get into the chat. So, the big question tonight is this: what is the most expensive model kit you've got? You've either built it, is it in the stash? If you've built it, was it worth the money? Because, you know, money is such a big thing these days. The amount of comments I see in forums, on comments on YouTube, when you mention the price of a kit, and then they blow it out their ass on how expensive it is. But what expensive kits have you got in your stash, or which kits have you built? You know, and what they value for money. And hopefully we'll have enough discussion so that we get to a position where we can decide whether our model kits are getting too expensive. Because we do have some weird kits coming out, say, for instance, from Revel. They're bringing out a 132, is it Buccaneer? And it's like £130.
Meteor.
Meteor, sorry, not Buccaneer, Meteor. It's 130 quid for 132, wasn't it? And you kind of, you know, you wonder, would you pay that sort of money for a kit that big? I know Tammy is bringing up the price. You speak to the model officer, he'll tell you, you know, because he's somebody who sells model kits. The price of Tammy is going up on previous kits as well as anything new. But I'll start off with the most expensive kit I think I've got. In all honesty, it's not an Airfix kit. The most expensive model I've got, which I get on a 2-weekly or is it monthly basis, is the D'Agostini kits. I've got the Ford GT, and I'm in the process. I'm not even started. All the boxes are there. There's all the boxes. I've got one come today. This one here. So, you know, there's a lot of money involved. That one there, a lot of money. But they're like £1,000 each. I got given them for free to build for the channel, but they're the most expensive ones. So, yeah. Anyone else can beat that?
No.
R2D2.
You've done R2D2?
Yeah, it's here.
And what was that? Was that a D'Agostini one?
D'Agostini, yeah, the original first.
And how much does that cost you?
1,200.
Wow. What about you, James? What's your most expensive kit you've got in the stash, or have you built?
It's probably one of my 1/200 scale ships.
Oh yeah, you got the Yamato, haven't you?
I've got the Yamato and I've got the HMS Nelson.
Huh? Have you ever built? Have you started them, or are they just in the stash?
No, they're sitting up on the bunk bed.
On the bunk bed. Wow. Are you going to plan to do them soon?
I hope so.
You hope so. Fair enough. Fair enough. What about you, Alex? What's your most expensive kit?
I think I mentioned it last week. It is the Trumpeter 172nd TU-160, the Blackjack.
Is that expensive because of the rarity of it, or is it expensive if you bought it off the shelf?
Oh, it was just expensive when I bought it off the shelf. It was just big. But
how much was it?
Not in the £1,000. I think it's like 120 or so. Which for 172nd kit is a lot of money. But yeah, I don't think I could bring myself to spend more than kind of £150 on a kit,
Yeah, I
even
get
if
that.
spread over time.
Yeah, I get that. But it's something that you're going to be enjoying, though, isn't it? When you build it, obviously, because you wouldn't spend that sort of money. It's something that you wanted to build, I guess. Yeah. You saw it on the shelf and you thought, I'm going to build that. So you bought it and you're prepared to pay that sort of money.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What about you then, Sully? You must have some expensive kits in your
So
stash.
I'm gonna sound. I feel like I'm gonna sound like a cheapskate, but I think 50 quid. No, was it 50?
Mm.
No, it might have been close to 60, 65. It was the whose was it? Tac. No, it wasn't Tac. Was it Tac? No, Rifle Models Jag Panther.
Yeah. And
I
that was
think
around
it's-
50 quid, was it?
It was about 90. I think it was about 90. Sorry, I think it was about 65 quid if I remember rightly. But if you include the photo X detail I bought with it, that probably puts it around about 100 quid, 110 quid.
Yeah.
But that's probably the most. I think that's the most expensive one I've bought anyway. I was given the 30-second scale trump to Avenger, but I think that retailed about 70, 80 quid. I think I can't remember off the top of my head, but I never paid for it. I can't remember.
Yeah. Fair enough. We've got quite a few people in the comments saying, you know, the sort of kits they've got. Revel Gary saying a Reval 1:48 scale SR71 Blackbird has been his most expensive one. Hobby Time, the 1:4 Ducati and the Border Models Lancaster. That's an expensive kit, the Lancaster, wasn't it? The Border Models one. Was that around the £600 mark, or was that just a number I just put into my head?
Yeah.
No, it's about that.
About £600.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Dom saying 172 scale Airfix is getting quite expensive, considering if you spent just a few quid more, you can get some really nice 148 stuff from other manufacturers. I don't think I don't think we've seen the increase in the scale models from other manufacturers go up yet,
No.
because there's a lot of old stock out there. But I think the newer stuff's going to get, the stuff that's coming in is going to get more pricier. It's going to have to. It's just going to have to, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, Tammy's going to go silly money.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. Have you seen some of the costs that's been put in? They reckon about 35%, don't they, on Tamiya? So, it's. I don't think we've seen it. It's not hit us yet, anyway. And the other day I play a game called Ebony on my phone, and they give you offers where you can buy resources to build up your empire, basically. And they had an offer on where if you buy it, they'll double it for you. And I spent 20 quid on a couple of resource packs. And when I've done it, and I thought to myself, do you know what? I could have bought myself a model with that. And all it, and all it's done is helped me build a bit more, a bigger keep and a bigger wall. But that's the thing that, people are saying, model kits, I don't think they're that expensive. How much is it for now? What if you wanted to go out and buy a game for the Xbox? What are we looking at? 50, 60 quid?
Easy,
isn't it? Whereas we could be here building a model that's cost us £12 and get some really good value out of it, build-wise. 92 says 150 quid for a 132 scale Wingnut Wings Bristol Fighter. Hella.
yeah.
They hold their money, though, those Wingnut Wings, though, don't they?
Yeah. True story. I think I bottled on bidding on eBay for a classic airframes Ferry Gannet.
Yeah.
At £280.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes you cry, doesn't it? Hi, Miss Modeler. I get you at work, but I'll see you next week, hopefully. Come contact me on Discord. I've got some gossip for you as well. Hobby Barn saying hi, Paul. 150 quid yet. Morrowind. The price of model kits is getting expensive out there. Are they, though? Are they really getting expensive? Could you tell me, if you're saying that model kits are getting expensive, name something that you could do hobby-wise that isn't expensive? You know, what's a day out at a theme park nowadays? 2 tickets for family. Get a family ticket. So 2 adults, 2 kids, £90
And more.
and more. I always buy my models second hand or when they're on offer. Model, yeah, I get that. Takum Apache, that must be quite expensive then. Gary Hidler was saying, was building Ghostbusters Eco 1? Yes, I like to go. And I think I've got the Back to the Future one coming. They've offered me, a Back to the Future to put on the channel. Well, look at this one here. Jeff72 says, I have a Polar Light Klingon KT Inga class battle cruiser in the stash. I might get round to build one. What sort of price did you pay for that one then? Chris Mawson's bought a Bismarck 1 to 200 scale by Hatchet for £1,200.
Yeah, I've got it. It's in the bedroom window in the other room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How come you got that one?
Part works. Hachette.
Oh, yeah. So you get that each month, do you?
Yeah, it's a build it up.
Have you built it?
Yeah. There's the remote control for it.
Oh, my word. Look at that.
Mhm.
Turn it round, you see it better.
Yeah.
That's just the remote for it.
And that can go
That's
in the
for the
water,
turrets.
No. This is to operate everything.
but not in water.
Not in water, no.
Crumbs. You got
To be fair, it can operate in water once.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right now.
Did they get knocked out by a tall boy?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No, Turpit's got knocked out.
I was
by
going to say that's the wrong ship.
But yeah, that's in the bedroom window in the other room.
Yeah. Somebody paid Boogler paid €85 for the 132nd scale trumpeter Lightning F1-3, but it was gift vouchers I've been given from work, so it cost me nothing. Have you built it? Have you built that Lightning? Let me know. Barnes it going through. Also got a Wingnut Wings SE5A, which is changing hands for crazy money now. Yeah. Dominic Cuckoo saying that his expensive kit is around €130. That's fair play. The Lightning kit is as expensive as the kit itself now. Someday maybe. Oh, fair enough. I haven't bought any model kits. I am skint. Trumpeter Titanic 1 to 200 plus resin and etch is just over £1,000 at the moment. I'm going to keep adding to it and build it once my stash has shrunk. Haha, it's my retirement gift to myself. Thing is, though, there's a lot of people who have a big stash. Celtic West says, I look at it this way. If you spend £100 on a kit and spend 2 months building it, that works out at roughly £13 per week. It's still a cheap hobby compared to others. Exactly. Mos, 2 Airfix Lanks, one bought 3 years ago and one now. Price went to £35 to £50 according to the price tags. Well, I thought it would have gone down in price, not up in price. Because how long's the Lank been around for? Airfix's Lank?
Forever.
Since 2012.
So it's a 12-year-old kit now, isn't it?
But
So, yeah.
it comes in a new plastic.
It's the new plastic they've used, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one up on my shelf. The special Dam Busters one that came with the key.
Mm.
So, is that my dog growling?
Somebody's dog.
Somebody, that's my dog, guys.
Not my one. He's not in the room.
Dom Scale Models, do you reckon the second-hand market is going to going to become larger and more influential in the market than with the predicted new kit prices. Hang on, I'm going to have to sort my dog out. What's the matter, you tart?
You don't want to be on his own.
Toby, stop growling. Go sit down. Oh, bless him. So then, do you reckon the second-hand market is going to become? Oh, do you know what? Right, it's funny because when I've had the opportunity of buying stashes of model kits, it's from people who have died, unfortunately, and the kids don't care. You know, one woman, I'll lay it down. I'm very fair. And one woman said, "Can you come round?" And I went round, and there was about 160, 180 kits there. And I said, "What are you looking for them, love?" And she said 100 quid. So, and I said to her straight, I said, "No, I'm not going to give you 100 quid for them. I'm going to give you 350 for them," which is what I did. And then when I did that, you know, and they just don't seem to know there's value in there. And I've got loads of kits that, you know, that come from this old style, you know. But what got me more was at the end of it was when you try and sell them on eBay, the actually pricing of them is well over the market value. And this is why I quite like Vintage Classics coming out, because it kind of regulates the pricing on a lot of the old stuff. If you think about it, you know, that Bond bug is still up for 350 quid, but I'm still waiting for when they release that Bond bug. That price is going to go right bottom, isn't it?
Hopefully.
Yeah. But I don't know. Do you buy second-hand kits, Sully?
I've bought one recently, which was the Harrier. I've been given a lot of second-hand kits.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to buying them. It's just that I've usually found stuff that I want at a reasonable price in the first place. But I'm not opposed to it because, you know.
Yeah.
Because what I tend to do is I try and get a kit as cheap as possible, and then spend a shit ton of money on extras.
Yeah. But that's your bread and butter, really, isn't it? When it comes to it, you do buy the photo etch and the resin and everything else, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play. That kit's going to well together, Sprue. Dave, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a nice, tidy little thing.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
I've got another 4 here.
Have you really?
Yeah. Here you go. Dan Usher says a packet of fags, the one the gaffer smokes, is £11 a packet. Fags are getting expensive. So is Backy though, anyway. Hobby Barnes saying, "Hey Dom, still pretty good bargains to be had though with models." Yeah, I just trying to think. See, it's like the starter sets from Airfix that they put in Audi and Lidl. You get a lot of plastic, paints, brushes, and glue. Was it for $5.99?
Yeah,
$6.99. They're the bargain kits to buy when you see them. So, Plastic Alchemist is in. Nice to see you.
Well, the problem is a lot of kits are bargains on eBay.
Yeah.
Then you look at what the postage is because they're from, say, somewhere else, and they're sort of like, what?
Yeah.
Double the cost of the kit.
Well, do you know that there was a time when we couldn't get Tamiya accent, you know, the wash, because in this country it's banned.
Yeah.
It's chemical.
Well, it was because of the labelling, wasn't it?
Yeah. But you can buy it from Poland and get it shipped across from there.
Yeah.
So
it's still difficult to get hold of.
Yeah.
Because I tried to get some a couple of weeks back, and it took me ages to get some.
Yeah.
And they are quite expensive, I think, for what you get, what the famous bottle is. Well, I don't know. So that said, I mean, I've got this bottle. I've probably had about 5 years now, and I still haven't.
Oh yeah. Just don't leave the lid off.
No, of course no.
Oh God, no.
If you leave the lid off,
no, fatal.
Yeah, it's like my Tamiya extra thin. I left the bloody I left the lid off the bottle of the Tamiya extra thin, and it went down over a week, half a bottle.
Well, if you leave quick setting open, it disappears.
Yeah,
I can
but
beat
don't
that, though.
worry, folks, because I've got a bottle of Tamiya airbrush cleaner that's going back in it.
Oh,
Well, Joe, I can beat it. I left mine open, leant across, knocked it, spilt it everywhere, couldn't go in the shop for 2 days. So strong. That was with everything open and a fan. Just couldn't get shot of it.
It's but you say that it's like Michael Set and Soul. Why do they put it in such a tall bottle?
I've lost 3 bottles.
No,
Tip
it's like they
them
put micro set in a blue bottle. They put Decalfix in a blue bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
And
that.
then
It's
you
like
have
a long
tears.
thing. It's going to tip over, isn't it? You touch that on the top, that's going over, isn't it?
If you could get your 3D printer to work, Moz,
Yeah.
you could sell some of these bad boys. Never knocked one over since.
It's all right. I've got the Bulldog Models version, but even then I've got it blue tack down.
can't you use one of your pegs to square it off?
I was asked today how I was getting on with my humble 3D printer,
Oh dear.
and I said it's brilliant if you want to put decals on a plane. You imagine your bench is like at waist height, isn't it?
Yes.
So you've got like a little, I use this thing here from bits. I use it for spraying everything, but I use this, put the bring up. It's still down, but if you get your your humble 3D printer, it's about that tall. You don't have to bend down so much to put your decals on. It's fantastic for putting decals on.
I've got another use for it.
Yeah, that's it. It's collecting dust there, mate. In
Can't
behind.
use it as a door wedge.
No, it's too expensive for that. I was going to auction it off. What I was waiting for is for somebody to do a review on it that's not mine that got it to work. And then link that review and then get it in. So, most expensive kit, he has the 1:32 scale Tamiya F16 Block 50. That was about £130. The Couture Spitfire was about the same. Has anyone seen the Spitfire, the Couture one, up close?
No, I've only seen reviews online.
You've seen
Dan in the chat has.
What was it like? And tell me what it was like. Is it a good kit? Dan Usher, most expensive kit I got in the stash is a TU95 Bear from Trumpeter that was £73, but was paid from my backhander money. Yeah, I get that, mate. I get that. Apparently the dog needs a 1 to 350 scale Spitfire to build. My dog doesn't have bollocks anymore because he chewed one of my model kits once.
Oh,
Didn't take me long to get him down the vet. Soon stopped it though. He never bit another model kit again. It's interesting, that, isn't it? It sounds like when you get a woman, isn't it?
on his mind.
It sounds like when you get a woman, isn't it? You get a model kit, grab you by the bollocks, that's it, you're done. Just had worked out most expensive kit I got. It's a garage kit of a Starbug from Red Dwarf.
Oh wow.
172 scale that cost me $190 shipped to the UK. Was a challenge to build, but worth it. Who made that? Starbug from Red Dwarf. It's a resin kit, isn't it? It's not a plastic kit. It's a resin kit, isn't it?
It is a resin.
It is a resin kit. Dom saying, I think everything's getting expensive, and I don't think models are really accelerating at the same prices as others. I'm an aviation photography enthusiast, and lenses of cameras have skyrocketed. You telling me?
Yeah.
Telling me. Dom, are you going to enter the Airfix Aviation Photography Awards? I hope so. I hope you get involved with that. I've actually been given
He should
Yeah,
do.
he should
He's
do.
good actually. I'm sure I follow him on Instagram. I've definitely seen him on there. But
He does take a few good
very good.
pictures
Yes.
of some beautiful planes. Yes. Yeah, sorting postage is a killer. Well, Royal Mail is the standard. So it very rarely you're going to get a cheap price. But it's not just that. It's like bubble wrap. It's gone through the roof. I was buying bubble wrap for about £12 a roll. And now it's coming up to £30 a roll now for bubble wrap.
Yeah.
So pricing's going up, plastic's going up. Just as they gave up buying anything off eBay due to exorbitant price postage. Yeah, and this is why I think Vinted is the place to go now to get your stuff, because they set the price on postage. So I've bought a few things. I even got this off Vinted for £3 plus the postage.
Ooh.
Handbook, which is Chris says the one that Jonathan Mock, when he came on, was talking about. I finally got a copy. £3 that was, plus £2.90 shipping. Oh, if it was in post, I could have got it down to £2.35. But shipping is expensive, and it's not just that; it's postage and packing as well. A bubble mailer now is roughly around 40p for a bubble mailer. So, and because you want to protect it, a box, it was, I think it was Dale was saying to me that if he sees boxes, he buys them, because Amazon have bought out most of the cardboard boxes in the country. So it's not a cheap thing. Trigger motion, a little late to the party, but the decline in volume with the hiking expectations of the buyer, it's fair and reasonable for things to go up. Yeah, I get that. I do get that indeed. Zizan scale modeling. It doesn't seem to me that the second-hand market will outperform the new market, particularly when you consider the improving quality and level of detail in new kits. That's a fair shout there. I would like to know if the decal sheets we get in Airfix kits will last the test of time, whereas if you get a kit from the late 1997, late 90s, if you buy an Airfix kit that was released, it's in somebody's stash for 10, 12 years, the decals would almost be bollocks, won't they? Very rarely they.
Well, I know from experience. I did a Revel Snowberry class, flower class Corvette,
Yeah.
and that actually was 1980 whatever it is,
Yeah.
and it had the original decals with it, and I was absolutely paranoid they completely messed up. They went down beautifully.
Did they?
They were cartograph.
Well, that's it. I wonder if the
You can tell
cartograph
by
one.
the code letter after the number.
Yeah.
I think for cartograph it's a Z.
A Z, is it? Okay.
On Rebel Kit Share.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, as I said, I'm quite keen on the on the vintage classics, because when they come out, they come with fresh decals. The plastic inside the box may be old. They must have done some work, because when I opened up the box to the Buffalo, I was surprised how good the glass was in it. And I've seen people build that Buffalo and moan to buggery that the glass is crap. Needs a lot of work to get it to even look. But my glass looked absolutely fine. So,
just depends who's doing the injection molding at the time.
Or do they actually repair the tooling?
Well, in the case of this year's one, the Oster Antarctic have re-engineered it.
Yeah. They lost the glass, didn't they? Yeah, they lost the glass on that one. But that's, and I don't know whether they've redone the Bond bug as well. Yeah.
Their 3D printing comes into its own.
Yeah, that's it. Do you think it's getting expensive, Sully?
I think certain manufacturers have gotten a bit expensive, but I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't bought anything for a while. I haven't personally noticed it. I found actually material is more expensive than the kit half the time at the moment. But
Yeah.
I think, to be
I can't
honest,
say I've noticed myself, but like I said, I haven't bought anything for a bit. So
Well, you've got the model shop where you work. Have you noticed the prices go up on those kits there?
not a little bit, but I think they actually put a little bit more on anyway.
Yeah.
I think your museum shops, I think they tend to, because they've got to make the money.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah.
But I don't think it's by much. It's using probably no more than a fiver, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's not like a load of more money, but you know.
So you can't go into the model shop there and say, "Can you order this in for me?" and you get it at retail price.
No, we
At
only,
wholesale price.
It's only what we stock.
Oh, see, okay.
Unfortunately, so
Yeah, I suppose it's most of the. Is it true you've got a Bristol 188 in your collection there?
it's in storage.
Is it not here for public view?
Not the no. It's due to eventually go to the Bristol Museum, but they need to build a building for it to go in first, because they're on about putting it.
When's it go in there?
Whenever they get that building sorted, because they were on about storing it out, leaving it outside for a bit, but they were like, no, because it's polished alley and there's a load of holes in it. We had that issue once it went out for air show. It rained. We told them if it rained, you need to get it in straight away. They didn't. We were bailing water out of it about 6 months later.
Really?
Yeah. Because
if I went up there and saw you, would you be able to take me in to have a look at it?
No, because it's in our storage hangar that's on the other side of the airfield.
Oh, is it?
You'd have seen it anyway. The last time you come up, you'd have seen it there.
I want to see it again.
Yeah.
I reckon because no one does the kit of that, you know.
No, I don't think they do.
No one does a kit.
No.
Because that was like the was that like designed around the same time as the Blackbird? Or am I thinking a bit before then?
I think it was before the Blackbird.
Yeah.
But my theory is that they actually I think they actually use some of the design for Blackbird, because there's a lot of similarities. It could be just coincidence, but
yeah,
I think there's a lot of similarities between Blackbird and Bristol 188.
Yeah. Is that the last plane they designed, Bristol, the 188? Was that one of the last ones, apart from Concorde?
I think it was, yeah.
Quality of modern kits is better than the older ones, and the older ones, what got better, no matter the subject? The Kotar Spitfire sells well despite the price and the number of examples. I want to know who's built one. I'd like to see how well it went together, because it's not cheap change, that is it? No.
There was somebody that built one and then complained to IL about it, didn't they?
Did they?
Because I think somebody put it into our group a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
But it was like really petty issues.
I thought. But then when you pay a lot of money for a kit, does that not give you the right to be petty about it?
I suppose, but I think the stuff he was on about was just like a bit stupid, like.
Yeah. What about you, Alex? Have you seen the Kotar Spitfire built?
I've seen a review of it, but I've not seen it in the flesh. And I think, like Sully said, there was some issues brought up, but it looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, because the one that I want to know about is the Hurricane that came out from Revel this year. Because a lot of people said it was a bit soft, but so I've not seen any. I don't think I've watched a video on anybody building that.
I haven't.
Nigel's done a video.
Who has?
Nigel.
Did he build it? Did he?
Yes.
What do you reckon? Any good?
A bit iffy on the plastic.
Was it?
Sticking together, yeah.
Hard to get it to stick together. Yeah. Who put out the other day on? Somebody said something about a kit the other day with glue, and they couldn't glue it together. They ended up using super glue on it to get it to stick together. Who was that?
I don't know.
Was that Lexi's pigeon?
Lexi's pigeons.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, the owls, the
Sorry,
owls.
Lexi.
Yeah, the owls. I think it's small things that are adding up now. Every little bit a manufacturer needs to use push the prices up really high, rather than one big part. What I was really thinking the other day, if everybody's noticed, Airfix, for instance, their social media and their marketing is gone through the roof. It's been absolutely fantastic. But that does cost money. So I'm hoping that the money they're spending
All
every
the
time
licensing does.
pardon?
All the licensing costs money.
Yeah. But when I go on the Sun or whatever newspaper, even the local rag newspaper, the adverts I get, ironically, are Airfix ones, and normally they're advertising kits I've already bought. You know what I mean? I don't, But every time I go onto these, news pages, there's an Airfix advert there. Oh, here you go. Here's some information for you. The Starboy kit was produced by JPG Productions. I was lucky to get one as the modes wore out. It was cast in resin, not printed. So it was a resin cast then.
But that's heavy.
Cool. I bet it is as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let's go down a little bit. The hobby doesn't have to be as expensive as some modelers choose to make it. There are alternative ways to do things, as in washes. You are correct. There are. I have a special pot of black wash that Celtic West gave me somewhere in my room here, which is basically methylated spirits, I think it was, and an oil.
Yeah.
And that works a treat as well.
Yeah.
Built a Matchbox Mosquito from early 80s, and the decals transfers were fine. A bit of a Claudio glue came off the paper, but then it went down well after a coat of varnish. Then they were fine. Okay, that's I am tempted to buy the Brewster Buffalo as it's 11 quid from Airfix. It's all right. The Brewster Buffalo, it's all right. Yeah, it's not a bad looking kit, and the glass is looking really nice on it. There are some issues with the fit apparently, but you'll get over that. It's not difficult. Dan Usher, you and your Bismarck fetish, Wayne Welly. The most expensive kit will be the Trumpeter 200 Bismarck. When I finally get funds for it, as that's anywhere between 229 and 285. Yeah, I think the price goes up. I believe Airfix have remanufactured the clear sprue on quite a few of the vintage classics. You are correct. They have the tool in, but they've had to reverse engineer the glass because when they've
redone the decals. I know that.
They always redo the decals, don't they? Yeah. So, don't leave Moz alone with the Bearcat. I would say maybe some additional weathering. Yes, I know. Somebody's building one. I think Connor, the slow scale model on Twitter, is building that 172 Hobby Boss Bearcat. So I told him it would look good. Didn't notice you in the latest Airfix short, Moz. Did you? I didn't see the. Was that on YouTube? I haven't seen myself on there. I was on the Spitfire one, but I don't remember the latest one. I'm going to have to have a look now. I'm going to have to have a look at that. There you go. John Parker, email me. Email me, mate. Get you on. We'll get you on here because your history knowledge of planes is phenomenal. Get on it. Send me an email. Email's in here about
it was. John Parker's right because the Fenris Delta was designed at the same time.
Was it? So
yeah,
the 188 and the Ferry, both that need a manufacture needs to be tooled. I'd love to see a Ferry Delta. In fact, the other day, I love collecting books and stuff. Here is the Ferry Delta FD2. All their instruction manuals, all their build specs and everything's on this disc. So I've got to go through and have a little look. Somebody sent
one of those on display.
A Ferry Delta.
Yeah.
You have to come and look at. I need to spend a day with you up there, mate. That's what I need to do. It was
if you go because this is close to you. If you go to Yeovil,
I've got to be in Yeovil. Yeah,
they've got one, and that also is owned by the museum as well.
Yeah,
it's on like permanent long-term permanent loan with them.
Yeah. Right, YouTube, Airfix, and then Airfix, and then where's their short videos?
Hello, Fix fans. Can you guess what aircraft I'm in front of this time? Let me know in the
That ain't
comments
me.
below. Okay, let's go.
Oh yeah, that's an old one. That is. Yeah, that's an old one. That is. Get ready. Get ready. There you go. Hey! Yeah. All I need to do is get that video and get Leonardo DiCaprio going, here I come, like that.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. Here I come. Get out of the video. Yeah, that was an old one. That is. That was already on Instagram. So I wonder when they published that one. That was an old one. That was. Yeah, that was on Instagram. That was. Because Dale came up and I nodded my head at Dale like that because I was impressed. Let's go back to the chat. So yeah, so John, email me. We'll get you on. All right, because your knowledge is power, mate. It definitely is. We could have you as the commentary. We could. What's that game show where they have the bloke who has all the facts and figures? He sits there, doesn't he, in the corner, and he asks the questions, and then he goes, "That's it."
Richard Osman.
Yeah, that's him. We should get John Parker on here because he's able to go bang, and out comes his knowledge, like, you know. Crazy Locker is in the chat. Crazy. Nice to see you, my friend. We're deeply honoured to have you in. Jeff 72, excellent point. You can make your own washes using enamels or cheap oils and thinners. Yes, that's right, Celtic. That would be the Tamiosa Paraline wash because it's made in the country of Ambrosia. We don't know how we make it so creamy, though. Don't ask us. Yeah, Crazy Locker. Can't wait to compare the two, but there's two more Spitfires first. Oh, happy time. And there's the Starbuck isn't actually that heavy as it's mostly hollow. The front section screws on, and I was able to add engine lights and spotlight just to open it to replace batteries and a hidden switch. So that's not too bad.
Yeah, I think they actually, the company that did the Starbuck did Red Wolf as well. I think they did a model of Red Wolf.
Did they? That must have been a beast as well.
It was massive.
Yeah, 92. Yeah, the Fairy Delta 2 is supposed to be done by Dora Wings in the near future. I get that. Yeah. But they're a Ukrainian company, so we won't be seeing that for a while, are we?
Unfortunately, it's tragedy because Dora Wings were producing absolutely stunning kits.
Yeah,
they weren't for the beginner. They weren't for the beginner.
They
were absolutely stunning kits.
I don't know whether it's worth another company taking on Dora's back catalogue. Maybe Airfix could get in there, but they don't do it the Airfix way because I suppose Airfix are really good at balancing product with costs and value for money, aren't they? That's the juggling act that Airfix have to play with. You know. It's difficult. It is difficult.
Yeah.
Hobby Barn. He's in saying hello to Crazy Loca. Moving down through. Very heavy thunderstorm. I'll drop off a few apologies ahead of time. We'll be back when I can. Crazy. You have to come on the chat with your models, mate. Come on the chat. I think Airfix are trying to capture too many types of customers as they're tooling very new kits as well as their vintage classics. I think, John, the argument with that is they are capturing a lot of people. For instance, myself, the reason I got known to Airfix was my love for vintage classics. I was reviewing and building vintage classic planes, and Dale contacted me to, say that they, about that. The newer stuff, I think a lot of people are buying the new and then adding on a vintage classic at the same time. And they are handy. If you say you're buying something off Airfix site and you haven't got enough money to stump up the postage, you want to get your free postage, just bolt on a vintage classic kit.
Yeah,
to get
I've done that.
mark. Yeah, a load of people have done that. You know, or even a starter set. Mind you, starter sets are 16 odd quid. But you know, what was the cheapest? The cheapest vintage classic on the site's about 8 quid now, I think, on the Airfix site. And Airfix isn't a lot of money. You know, vintage it isn't 8 quid, not a lot of money, is it? And they got their 30% off sale at the moment. So, yeah. So, the Airfix Bismarck is a prime target for retooling. And why are Airfix not bringing some modern cars out in 30 seconds scale? Whose dog's that? Is that your dog now, is it?
Yes.
It's your dog, is it? That's a good question. What do you reckon, man? Why do you think they're not bringing out modern cars? No?
Who?
Alex.
Sorry, was that me?
Yeah, it was you, mate. Why do
I
you
could only hear
think...
barking.
Why do you think Airfix are not bringing some of the modern cars into 30-second scale?
I don't know. You know, the 43rd scale to me is a bit odd. You know, I know it's a car scale and everything, but it is a weird one, I think, for everybody else. So
Yeah.
I'd love to see them in 30-second scale, to be honest.
Do you reckon that, like, the starter sets are in 1/43rd, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they should bring them out as a bigger one? See, I'd like to see the Ford GT retooled as a starter set, and I got that prediction. I think the Ford GT. You can write this down, everyone, if you want. So Ford GT is going to be brought into a starter set, and I think the Beetle will end up as a starter set as well. But it will be as 1/43rd scale, and the reason they've gone with that is price. They want to keep the starter sets down to around the £15-16 mark. And if you've noticed, any of the 132 scale starter sets are around the £25 mark because the price to manufacture them is expensive. It's all about a price point. Dora is still producing stuff, but at a lower pace, has to be expensive. I've not seen much of it for sale. It shows, you know, Dora models. I wonder who brings them into the country. I wonder who's got the wholesale for them. Don't know. Most in any market, one has to decide whether to be the best or to sell the most. I suspect it's not possible to do both. Yeah. Trouble is, though, when you buy from Tamiya, you know you're going to get a good kit, allegedly. Won't be the most accurate, but you're going to get a kit that fits well together. But on that side of it, you've got the issues of the cost of getting it over from Japan to here now. It's not cheap, is it? Let's see. Here you go, Dave. Here's one for you. Have you built many vintage classics, Dave?
No, I can't say that I have, to be honest.
Do you build many Airfix, mate, or not?
Got one or two, but I can't swear to which ones they were because I've got a brain like a sponge.
Okay. Well, so you want a brains like a sponge. Means you're retaining it. A sieve.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got one or two in the other room. I've built the little blue car with the is it orange stripe on it?
Yeah.
The sports car thingy.
Yeah. Is that the starter set?
Yeah, it was a starter set. Yeah.
I wonder what car was that then. Blue with the orange stripe.
Yeah, like a little racing car type.
Oh, the Golf one. Is it Golf?
Yeah, I think it was.
Was that a Ford GT? Or
Oh,
was that the Porsche?
I think it was I'd say the Porsche.
Yeah, it might be the Porsche.
Over the years, I've built that many things. I don't know if they're Airfix or Rebel or. To me, a kit's a kit. I don't go by brand. I enjoy what I do because I enjoy what's in the box.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's what you get from the box, isn't it? All that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dan's off, everyone. We're gonna have to do a jingle for Dan because he always leaves about now, doesn't he? So we're gonna have. I'm gonna make up a little goodbye, Dan jingle. That's what I'm gonna do.
Night, Dan.
Good night, Dan, mate.
See you then.
Yeah.
Right.
Make sure you don't take up the double coffin.
Hashtag abandoned.
Yeah. Moz, have you built the Airfix 172 scale MiG 17 Fresco? That one is in it, Xinjiang. I did build it. I didn't finish it because I didn't want to model it because there's a modeling effect on that one, and I didn't want to model it. And I was looking, and I'm looking. I've got IKEA boxes, but this big IKEA boxes. I think it's in the attic. It's actually built, went well together. I haven't sprayed it up because I wanted a different scheme. That's why I didn't want to model it. So firstly, I'm not very good at modeling, and secondly, I don't do modeling anyway. And there's a reason. There was another. I'm just looking up there now. Because even though that came in my bundle, I already bought that 2 years previous because it came out 2 years ago, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I bought
2017.
2017.
I think yeah.
No, 2018. I think.
Or 2018, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I got it as a pre-order for something. So I think it's up in the attic, partly built, not finished. Yeah. But I didn't want to do the modeling on it, so
I've built it, Gavin. I've got it up on my channel.
Do you like it?
Brilliant.
My first. Did you model it? Did you model it?
No, natural metal finish.
You did natural metal finish.
Yeah.
See, that was at the time. That's another reason. At the time, I was going to buy AK metal to polish it up with, and then I fell out with AK. Because of their marketing,
to be honest, I don't think it's that good.
The metal.
Yeah, I've struggled with. I did it once before. I struggled with it.
Did you buff it up after?
Yeah.
Did it buff up all right?
It came off. The paint came off.
How long did you leave it to dry for?
About a week, I think.
Really, and it came off.
Yeah, I didn't, and I primed it and everything.
Wow! Did you black primer it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, always black primer, shiny gloss finish. Yeah, I didn't do very well with it.
Yeah, fair enough. Stuart Templeton, this is a good little comment. The trouble with Tamiya is that, as far as aircraft are concerned, they have a pretty limited range, especially in 172. Great kits, though. Yeah. But they're concentrating on the RC market anyway.
Yeah, I think the aircraft that they do, like you says, they are mostly 48.
Yeah,
they're bloody good.
Well, the Tamiya 148 is the standard, isn't it?
I think it's amazing. I did a 0 for a customer, and I need to get one for myself because it was absolutely fantastic.
I built the Sturmovik and it bored me. It really bored me because it fitted together so well.
Really?
There's no challenge there.
No.
Well, that's what that Australian bloke, Harry Houdini's, where he's called, he goes on about it, doesn't he? He goes, I don't like Tamiya, you're too easy. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I have got this came this week, I did a video on it. It's the old McLaren Speedtail. Do you know what lets down quick kits? These ones here are the fucking stickers. There, I've said it. They're shite. The stickers are shite. Honestly, the stickers let the side down. Like, I've got the Jeep here, and the stickers already coming off them. The stickers are shite, but I love building them. They're good fun. Make great presents as well.
Well, actually, Alex has missed out a F-35.
Has he?
Yeah.
Alex, you missed out on
Oh, have I?
Quick build, Airfix quick build one.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't count.
Brilliant kit.
Did you see the Kobe one I put in? Did you see that Kobe one I put in the group the other last week?
Yeah.
That looks awesome, that does, but it's 60 quid. And I think even with my discount from work, I still think that's quite expensive. But then again, Lego's pretty damn expensive, so it's probably cheaper.
Moz, why do I get those commercials through the stream? I don't know. I think it's a new feature from YouTube.
It's a new thing from YouTube. Everybody gets them.
I can only apologise. I would love, because this is what really pisses me off, right? And I don't get many super chats, but when I do, I'm extremely grateful for super chats. But YouTube take 30% off straight away. They take 30% of it. My argument is this: if somebody, and so even with channel memberships, they take 30% off. What I'd like them to do is give us the option to say, if you become a channel member for us, you don't get the adverts on the videos because you are a channel member. Not just keep it for premium, because I pay premium for YouTube. But if they get the offer of, say, you know, if you sponsor this channel, say £2 a month, you get no advert on that channel. I think that's the way forwards, because they still get their cut from it, whatever, you know. And it stops my subscribers getting pissed off that they see it. So,
but the problem is, what people got to realise, that's what pays for what we do.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a bit of don't get me wrong, it brushes me off because I don't pay for the premium stuff.
Yeah,
but then I sit there going, well, to be fair, that's what's paying my wage. So
yeah. Well, I told you, crazy Logcast said exactly, absolutely spot on there. The commercial kind of defeats the purpose of channel memberships, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it happens on Twitch, doesn't it? You know, it's you know, the adverts are still there, and you know, what I've done recently is if you're a channel member, you get to see the video before it goes live. And you can watch that video without adverts, because I turn the adverts off. It's only till I actually put it live that I put the adverts on. But, you know, to be fair, you know, the money, I get very little money from YouTube. If anybody tells you they're making, you know, as a scale modeling channel with 10,000 subscribers, if they tell you they're making half their wage that they used to make, they're talking out their ass. Because there's not a lot of money in YouTube. There really isn't. The money
it all comes from Patreon and all.
I get more money from people buying Airfix kits through my link. You know what I mean? So, you know, but that doesn't shy away. If I think a kit's shit, I think a kit's shit. Yeah. Most of the time, what I see when I do Airfix reviews, I've bought that kit, so I actually review it as somebody that's bought the money. I then tell you, you know, if you want to buy this kit, there's a link that, you know, an Airfix give me a percentage back, which helps me pay for this, because StreamYards isn't cheap. I think it's £30 a month I pay for StreamYards. Yeah. But also then I use it for you guys, because you can then now stream it to your channels, if you know what I mean. So hopefully you get to join. So subscribers equals a channel member on Twitch don't get adverts. Is that right? They don't get adverts if you're a channel member. That's interesting. But YouTube works differently in AdSense. It does work differently. I have it in a terms and conditions that run adverts on videos, even if you unmonetize the video. Yes, I've heard that said as well. So, but do you know what? With YouTube, it's their sandpit, and we've just been given the privilege to play in it. So I don't think there's many people. There's not many people in. You know, there's not many software. You know, there's like YouTube that does it for free.
Anyway. Give us the sausage roll to sit with.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Mm.
you would have thought so. But to be fair, they give us a really good platform. You know, like the other day, I don't know whether you found this or not, but I upload HD content, and it used to take about an hour for it to upload and get checked. But the other week, I put one up and it was done in 5 minutes. The SD was
Yeah.
done, and then 5 minutes later, the HD was done. So they must be working on hard with that. So,
Yeah. I noticed that. Yeah.
yeah.
But then again, I'm somewhere where my internet's a lot better than where it used to be.
Mm.
So it could take a 20-minute video. Could take anywhere between 5 and 8 hours to upload. I'm not even downplaying that.
Mm. So David Robinson again. It looks like there's a lot of trumpeter Bismarcks around the country that's still boxed. You know.
Mm.
Another one here, Dave Robinson. The most expensive I have is the trumpeter Bismarck. Brought it in 2012. That's 11, 12 years ago. To do when I'm retired. Can't remember exactly how much it was then, but it's gone up a bit since. No work now, so we'll start soon. Dave, send me your videos, send me your pictures. I love to see that built. That would be cool. What's this? Is it? It's probably 1-200.
Uh-oh.
What's gone? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You gone glitchy?
Have I gone glitchy?
Yeah.
Am I back in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 30% is a significant wedge to take, though. It is, but what is the alternative? Patreon? But then I've got to then put content on Patreon. So, you know, it's not, you know, adverts is 50-50, isn't it? Was it 60-40 on the adverts? But I don't reckon that, you know, it says that, you know, we look at the algorithm, it says that you will, you know, they get £6 per 1,000 views. I only get £1.29 of it, or something like that, you know. So, or 70 pence of that, you know. I don't quite know how they work it out. Hobby Barn is 85 away from 1K subs. So if you've not subscribed to him, or you've got another channel or another login on YouTube, go over there and give Hobby Barn a like and a subscribe.
And
Somebody
comment
wants to
as well, because otherwise the YouTube erase the subscribers because they think
Yes,
it's a
they
bot.
do. Oh, he's gone again.
Have I gone again?
You did.
Yeah.
It's crap tonight, isn't it? My signal's showing only 1 bar, to be fair. Sully, are you guys going to save the Blackburn Beverly?
We lost the last one we had. I haven't spoken to anybody about it yet. Actually, I keep meaning to. I honestly can't see it, but I'm hoping if the museum can try and help out a little bit. But I mean, we're struggling for stuff as well. Because you see, because what people don't realise about this is actually the museum is actually a charity and not an actual like. It's not like Duxford or anything like that. So we have to be careful what we do. But hopefully I'm hoping we can put something towards it and help them. It'd be a shame.
What happened, mate, with the old Beverly?
So, as I understand it, this could be potentially wrong, but as I understand it, was that nobody could decide on who actually had ownership of it, and fell into complete disrepair and had to be scrapped, unfortunately.
It got scrapped.
Yeah, because it was so far gone. Because it was outside, the same as the other one. It's the problem when you've got aircraft that sort of size, large aircraft. You know, unfortunately, when they're stuck outside, do you know what I mean? They're prone to everything then, and it is
Inworm gets to the aluminium.
Yeah, it's really difficult to keep on top of them. You know, there's only so much you can do until you have to either rebuild it, or unfortunately, it usually ends up in scrappage.
Yeah,
well, that's the same for a lot.
Unfortunately, they didn't believe in sealant when they built them.
No. Well, they were never supposed to last as long as they have.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a Lancaster undercarriage is only supposed to last 12 months, and a lot of them exceeded way past 5 times their lifespan.
Taggers says apparently they had to scrap it because you weathered it too much.
Unfortunately, I was about then, so I can't, otherwise I would have taken
There would have been birds' nests.
It
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
plenty of
birds
birds'
nest
nests,
soaked in the
yeah.
water.
I'd have had loads of reference material then.
I wonder if Airfix have actually gone over there and 3D scanned that plane. Because the last one, that will be the last one, won't it?
Yes. Did they do one once?
But then there is hope. There is hope that it's not necessarily the 3D scans that they need. When we watched Chris talk about the Spitfire, there were these maps that they have, like little pinpoint, and it tells you, what thickness is here, and and they reckon that's the stuff you need. Whether they have one or not, I don't know. So,
well, that's what stopped the mosquitoes being built in this country. Is that the lack of actual design drawings?
Yeah,
because they'd all disappeared, and they actually bizarrely turned up in one of the hangars that they were demolishing. So,
yeah,
and they found all the drawings for them. So obviously, yeah, it's one of the problems why the thing is the chap at East Kirby who's restoring a Hamden.
Is he?
He's struggling to find the drawings for it.
Wow.
Well, I can tell you we can go to for Hamden, the museum, because we own them.
Yeah.
Apart from the bit that connects the front of the fuselage to the main fuselage, we lost that bit. Well, that one bit missing.
Yeah.
Because we've restored one, mostly restored one.
Wow.
Because what most people don't realise is, although there were drawings, they also used to have lofting plates, which are massive sheets of aluminium that they drew they cut the parts out of.
Yeah.
And again, they all got scrapped and got used by apprentices to make up jigs and whatever else.
Well, it was the war effort, wasn't it? Everything was at a premium back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this. Does anybody do a Beverly in a scale model kit?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I think I'm sure somebody did it, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I couldn't for the life of me tell you who it was.
Little history. Have you tried using Ko-fi? They don't take a fee. Just put a link in your vids and people donate. I don't tend to ask for donations. If people would like to donate, they can donate through here. I'm not worried about the 30%, to be really honest, and just split out there. If you feel that we give enough value and you enjoy what we do and you want to help the channels, then feel free to donate. I don't put it out there that people, I'm not begging for money or stuff. It's I want it to be given to me as a gift, not as a request, if you know what I mean. I try to give a bit more extra to the channel members. I haven't done it for a while, but I do a live stream just for the channel members, and I must get back to doing that again.
Yes, where's your bantam?
Yes, it's there. It's here. I don't want to look at it anymore. I've never been so upset about a kit in my life. Wait, was it here? Have I binned it? No, it's here somewhere. I haven't binned it. I'm joking. I haven't binned it. But people want to donate, they can do. And also, if they super chat, we make sure that the comment is definitely raised and we discuss it. So if you have something important you want to say, and then you super chat it, we'll make a big issue about it. But it's donations. That's all it's about. Hey, 89 watching, 36 likes. Move the mouse down to your right there and thumb pointing up. Oh yeah, thumb pointed up. If you could like the stream, it really does help the channel. If you are watching, that's fantastic. If you can, I should keep repeating that, because if you get likes, you get
pushed.
You get helps in the algorithm.
Do you know what? I'm really bad at that. In my when at the end of my videos, I'm really bad. I've got all my links down the bottom if anybody wants to, support. And the best I get is to go, if you want to help further, the link's down the bottom, because I feel actually quite bad even asking.
Well, that's what I do.
You
It's
kind
like
of have to. You kind of have to though at the same time.
yeah,
Otherwise, nobody bothers.
there's nothing that puts me off as when somebody goes in, they talk a little bit for about a minute, and then start begging, or buy this, use my affiliate links, please. I always I try to hook them with what I'm doing, and then add in the video, please subscribe if you want to become a channel member. But I normally put it at the end of the video because I like to think that I've earned their trust by the end of the video, that if they want to become a channel member, and don't get me wrong, channel members, if they give me their address, I send them out my Mos stickers. When I put a zine out, they're the first ones to get a zine, and if they request one and they're mid-tier, I send them out one of my zines that I haven't produced the second one for. I've done the first one. The second one is, I just got a bit of a writer's block. I'm trying to get the second one finished, but I try to give out a zine once a year or twice a year. And also with the patches as well. People love the patches because you've got one there on your desk, haven't you, Dave?
I've got 3.
Yeah. So I sent him. Do you want to tell him about that little lightning kit?
Yeah. I mean, I really am enjoying this.
You're enjoying it, are you?
Yeah. So they're originally all I got was these and
all you got
and a kit.
Yeah.
I got these in the post. I'm sorry, I'm not very good with my words.
That's right, mate. I'm joking with you, mate.
Yeah, I hope you know. I hope you understand what I meant.
Yeah.
Turn around, Dave.
Lie for me. Think what the kit was now. And then I was.
It was that red arrow, mate. You built that red arrow.
Yes, it was the arrow.
I bought you the arrow because you used the rattle carry. You didn't bother with the Airfix starter paints. You went in with a canister because it was easier for you, wasn't it?
That's it. I'd got some red paint in a tin.
Yeah.
So I sprayed it. Yeah. And so I was given these, and I was lovely badges. They really are.
Just like to say the one on the right is illegal. All right.
Oh, I mean, that one's not there really.
I don't do them no more.
You know what? I've got one. There you go. Legal now.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you the story behind them. I got them made because the original challenge was, if you built a vintage classic, I would send you one of those Airfix badges, and I felt that it was a bit wrong to do it. So this one now is the lightning challenge, and if you've built a lightning, I will send you a free
one of these.
One of them. So
one of these. Now Mossy sent me this so kindly, and in the packet, I didn't realise it was in there actually. I just saw the kit and thought, oh wow, lovely. He sent me this, and then I looked at the rubbish. You know how you do when you're going through the rubbish, make sure you've not left anything in the packages and things. And I found this in the bottom of the bag. So so true Mossy style, he knew I was going to build this, and he put this in to save on postage.
Yeah.
So now I've got 3 badges.
Yeah. And I suppose when we get the Concord one live, you'll be able to do that one as well. If the
I've got to get hold of that first.
Yeah. To be fair, there will be. I have spoken to Airfix, to Dale, and I think he's going to be giving me a code where you can buy the Airfix Lightning at a cheaper price. You'll get a discount code, but that's I've got to speak to him. He mentioned, would I like a code? Because to be fair, if you're building the Revel one, I think Michael Kerr, who's a big friend he's a big supporter of the channel. He's donated and sponsored and stuff. I told him about the badge. He's gone and bought the Revel one, and I don't think he's very happy with it. And the people I've spoken to have said that the 144 scale, the 1 to 144 scale Revel one is dog shit. This is the better one to build. So it's just a shame it's all raised panel lines. It does need a fresh tooling. So when that badge comes out, that'll be the next challenge for people. And obviously, It's I had 100 of those lightning patches made. I've only got I think I've only got about 7 left. So if people, you know, have built a lightning, send me a picture of the lightning and I'll send you that's gone together quite well, Dave, to be fair. It looks very nice.
You know what? When you said you'll have a bit of dodginess with the wheels and the undercarriage, I thought, oh, gold. But they've gone really well together.
Yeah.
They really have gone so smooth together.
Well, Matt,
not a lot of detail in it, but that is nice.
Well, Matt from Model Minutes did the unboxing of it. That's why I bought them, because I went on eBay and somebody had 5 for sale and I bought the lot because he had them for sale. But Matt from Model Minutes, you're going to check out his video. He said that's a 1960s tooling.
Yeah.
It looks 1990s onwards because it's recessed panel lines and it goes together quite well.
It does. There's 1 or 2 gaps that need dealing with, but they're only on the parts that are being added to the underside. As you can see, the back end here. There. But I mean, hey, what kit doesn't have a gap? All kits have something that need filler.
Yeah.
But look at that, eh?
It's come on well, that. What are you going to spray it? Natural?
It's going silver. It's going silver.
Yeah, going silver.
Yeah, it's going box art.
Yeah.
I've got a rattle can underneath, so I'll just prime it in black and then rattle can over.
Fantastic.
But yeah, quite a nice, easy kit. This. You know what? I'd even give it to a beginner.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think that's what they are for, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need a great deal of knowledge for this build.
Let's have a look down here. The Tiger and the Panther tank's not worth buying, but they're $6.99, mate, and you do get a kit out of it. I've built the Tiger. The Panther was a bit shite, but yeah. If Airfix do a 1/24 scale Bearcat, they should model the pilot on me.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Or at least put your face in the instructions.
Yeah. Do you guys
can you
know
imagine
why...
having a Moss as a sticker?
I could do that. I could.
Wing logo.
Yeah, I'll if you build the Bearcat, I'll make sure that every Bearcat kit goes out with a woven patch, because that's where I got the idea from the woven patches from. Was I got a monogram kit for the space shuttle for who was it? Who died in Apollo 1? Who was it who died in Apollo 1?
Gus Grissom.
Gus Grissom's Liberty Bell.
Liberty Bell, yeah. I can't remember the other two.
Yeah, but
Roger Chaffee was another one.
Roger Chaffee and Jim, somebody, wasn't it? The one who did the first walk, the first spacewalk, died, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, but in this kit, this monogram kit came woven patches, and I thought, what a great idea. Hence why I create them on a simple program, and then I send the design over to India, who then puts it in his machine and comes out with a woven pattern. Then I send it to my friend Fiona, who then makes them for me for £3 each. It cost me a lot of money, don't get me wrong, to send out the patches, because the £3 each plus postage can vary from £1.15 because they're too fat to go as a letter. They got to go as large letter, and the cheapest large letter now is £1.15.
Wow.
But then when I sent them to Australia and whatnot, it's cost me £7. But
how much?
£7.
Holy smokes!
To send to Australia.
Never going to the underside of the planet.
Yeah, but then again, it's part of it. Any monies I make from doing this goes back into it.
Yeah, but can't you turn it upside down so it does fit through the letterbox?
Yeah, it's 5 mil, isn't it? 5 mil.
Hang on a minute. Aussies don't have letterboxes. They have mailboxes on a pole.
Whatever it is, it still costs a lot of money to get there. So
it don't go through a letterbox.
John Parker's asking, do you guys know why the Airfix released the cars in 30-second scale in the first place? Yes, because they used to have their own version of Scale Electrics, and I've got one in my stash. I've got the original Airfix motor racing kit. I'll tell you, I'll go and get it, just so you can see. Oh, there you go. Oh, crash bash. There you go. That is the original Airfix motor
wow.
racing.
I remember that.
Yeah, comes with a free bottle of oil, a couple of lube.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
We had one of them one Christmas, me and my brother.
there you go. A little bit of Airfix motor
Little
racing,
glass bottle.
BP oil. So yeah, so that's it. And it's so I've got one. But yeah, I remember them saying that. But I don't think they'll never put the electrics in that back together again, though, will they?
No.
They'll keep them as separate companies. Oh, so yeah.
That's when Airfix did model railways.
Oh, they've done all sorts of electric stuff, haven't they?
I don't think I ever did, Terry. No. Let me just have a look.
So this came in the stash the other day. Airfix game called Switch Away.
God, that's an old one.
Yeah, proper old school kit. That I collect a lot of this stuff, don't I? You know, anything Airfix I buy, it's got Airfix logo on it. I buy it. You know, go look at them. Is that all your cards? Is it?
Yeah. No, Terry, I never did, buddy.
Oh yeah, he's replied now. John saying Airfix used to sell
Unless
slot car
that's
racing set and the body shells clipped into those electric sashes as well as scale electric sets. Yeah. So I'm still a bit behind. I would call a 1/32 scale cars dead. 24 and 43 are the current main choices, I think. Cars are a bit difficult as they don't have the volume. Would you buy a 1/24 scale Sierra? Yeah.
They're Terry's
Well,
card.
I'd buy 1/24 scale Sierra because they don't rust.
Yeah, you don't. I'd buy one with the Cosworth engine.
Yeah.
Flying Dutchman, your zines are very cool, Moz. Yeah, you can actually, if you haven't seen my zine, I do have a link to my zine. So if you want to see a digital version of it, there's one here. I'll put the link in the chat. There's my zine there. That's the company I get the zines made for. They produce them for me. I get about 100 done, and I send them out to people who want them.
I've got your number one in the
yeah,
drawer
you got number one. I think Lee asked for 2 because he wanted me to sign one for him, so I signed him, and he's framed them up on his wall in his front room, like with the stickers. Yeah, I've got the next one to do. I've only got 2 pages left to do. It's only like 12, 13 pages long. Yeah, it's just something that I put together just for a bit of fun, really. It's rough as assos, but that's the point of it. It's a fanzine.
It's fun.
It's a bit of fun, really. Yeah, what's this one? The first one was 12 pages. I think I've got 14 in the next one. Is it 14 or 60? I can't remember now, but it's like 4 pages to it. So, but it's a bit of fun. It's but there's a link to it there if you want to go and.
I remember when you did the video for it. It was a right chuckle.
Yeah, yeah. It's but that's what I do. I just put him out there. Johan's in. Yeah, Johan. Are you in the UK at the moment? Is Johan in the UK?
He's in Brighton.
He's in Brighton, is he?
He is.
Yeah.
Wow, he'll fit in there.
Yeah.
My brother lives around the corner from Brighton. It's the most amazing experience, Brighton. Really is. If you go down the road, you come to a place called Worthing, right on the sea. It is right on the sea, and they have a funeral parlor called Next. There, it's just you can't make it up. Next,
Yeah, I've seen it.
There's been those toilets like potties all on the front, like Just heading back from Brighton, heading for bed now. We'll keep this on. Nice to see you, Joanne. Hope you're enjoying Brighton. Joshy B's in the chat. Is your mate there? Joshy B there, Dave?
I don't think so, mate.
Joshy B?
I don't think he is.
I've just seen him come up on the chat.
Has he?
Yeah, Joshy B.
Josh.
Evening, Moz. Evening, folks. Shout outs are great to help in the community. I picked up a lot of channels that way. Yeah, definitely worth it. Johan, I had a woven patch in my monogram albatross. They are good, the woven patches. I think you're getting some done, aren't you, Alex?
He's not showing up on mine.
Is he blank?
No.
Has he blocked you?
Must have done.
Have you upset him? Look, can you see
Probably.
on the screen? Can you see on the screen? Evening, Moz. Evening, folks.
Evening, Josh.
No,
No, I can't see him.
You're going to get some woven patches done, aren't you, Alex?
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Sully? You going to
There
get some
he
done?
is.
I'm working on some stickers. I was hoping to get them this month, but I'm a little bit short on
Those stickers, though, mate, they're worth the weight in gold, mate. They're really good quality stickers.
Yeah.
They're not. I didn't go for the cheapest. I went for like medium sort of weight. But the more you do to Ed White, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Mate, the more you do, the more you like gloss them and everything, they get more expensive. But I think a matte finish looks good on.
No, the matte ones are nice. I like those.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to go for matte. I like matte.
Yeah. I've seen a video modelling channel using metal finishing out of a tube. I wonder what tube that was.
Is it Abtar Lung? Is it Abtar Lung?
It is. It is. Yeah. Do you use a lot of their stuff? Because is it designed for scale modelling?
Molotov.
He's just lost a mod. Cheers, Josh. Wow. Oh, dear.
If you're looking for advanced landing grounds, they were rapidly built up. Go Google ALGs to find some examples. Interesting. Yes, Johan. Monogram had these woven patches. Some of the kits. I have a few too. Yeah.
They were in the Century Series kits, weren't they?
Yeah.
I had a B25 on once.
Mm.
Long time ago. I don't know what happened to it. But there was another one I did. B17, I think it was. B17, B24.
Yeah.
B24.
Hobby Barnes saying, Sprue and Glue, I'll get you one of my shop cards to you if you email me your address.
Cheers, buddy. I'm sure they're Terry's. Hensley's Hobbies.
Yeah.
Sure they were.
Adam Boots said, Rub and Buff is the tube stuff, I believe. Well, that's not scale modelling. I promise you that much.
That's more Ann Summers.
Yeah.
Humble metal coat.
Yeah. Courtesy of your local sex shop.
Yeah. Sorry.
Jim, okay, guys. Cheers, guys. Thanks for the fun and rest of you. If you haven't thumbs up, do it. Yeah, if you haven't thumbs up, please thumbs up.
Nice, Daniel.
Yeah.
Take care, buddy.
So he's just lost mod. Do you reckon Airfix release some float planes in the near future? That's a good question. The only float plane I had in my stash was that Spitfire float plane that came out from PM Models.
They did the Supermarine, the predecessor of the Spitfire.
SB7, is it, or something?
SB5.
Didn't they do the race version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't the which one was it? I'm just looking at my. Hang on, what's that one there? Didn't the Beaver come with floats? Or that came with skis, didn't it?
No, Beaver.
One of them came with skis, didn't it? Was
But
that the Beaver?
The Beaver did come with floats, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
Beaver.
we said it earlier. Oster.
The Oster,
The
Oster comes with floats as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
I know that's one with skis. I know that is.
The S6B Supermarine Spit, was the float. The Schneider Trophy.
That's it. The Schneider Trophy.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my phone's buzzing a lot tonight. Oof.
Where's my wheels? So get some wheels on this thing.
Yeah. There you are. So, right, 20 minutes to go. Has anybody in the chat got any questions for the panel? You got 20 minutes. Ask us what you want. And if you super chat, we'll discuss it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, let's see how many super chats we can get. Let's show Mozzie our appreciation.
Maybe vac form. There's a lot of vac form aftermarket for floats, isn't there? But you try and it's crap, in it.
There's an awful lot of the short run kits of the racing planes. Post World War II racing planes out there.
Well, there's a feature on here that I can start any super chats. That's good. So if the super chat comes through in amongst the dross, it can come up at the top of the screen. That's interesting. Have you got that on yours, Dave? Have you got the cheap version of StreamYards?
I'm cheap.
You got the cheap one. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anfield Road layout. Anfield Road layout in the loft is in the chat. I didn't see him before.
Lee?
Yeah. Swordfish on floats from Airfix.
Pansy Potters in.
Got no questions in the chat for us, panel? Come on, give us a question.
Oh, dear.
And on similar subject, flying boats. I know Airfix had the Sunderland and Catalina previously. The Sunderland? That was on floats, was it?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was only waterborne anyway, that aircraft.
Yeah.
Anfield says he's been in from the start.
Has he? I've not
noticed that as well.
Do you know what, right? He has actually, yeah. They're going back through. I've totally missed him.
Oh,
it's because he's so quietly. That's the problem.
Well, it's been hiding in a bin.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to hide in the bin.
Oh, they were streaming before, were they? They weren't here from the start. They were streaming earlier. I see.
Oh.
Little history. You're the one that does the radio control planes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've watched it the other day with that mosquito. Yeah.
Moss, until I've got the painting done, that's it built.
Yeah.
As promised.
Look at that. Do you know what? That ain't bad for 1 to 100 scale, though, is it?
You know what? That is really, really nice.
You've done that in 2 hours.
That is nice. And I've sanded it. I've not just snipped and banged it together.
Airfix did the Arado float plane.
James, can you put a link in the chat for your channel, please? The gentleman with the lovely tablecloth. What is his YouTube channel?
I think I put my link in the chat.
You'll do it again in case I missed it.
This got tidied.
Yeah.
I can't find anything now.
No, it did not. It came out looking somewhat like them bits there. On little bits like this.
Joshua
V, so you know.
Did it come out of the box looking like that? He's saying that's funny as assholes. The Airfix Sunderland was a 1959 tooling.
Wow.
Yeah.
released 9 times.
Yeah. David Robinson, we'll go around the house this one. Which kits have you built, started, and wish you hadn't bothered? James,
Oh.
it's yours.
Right, I'm just typing something at the moment.
Okay. All right. What about you then, Dave? What kits have you built or started you wish you hadn't bothered?
This one.
Is that Suzuki?
Yeah.
Is it an arse, is it?
It was a pain in the neck. It really was a pain in the neck to do.
Yeah,
Who was it by?
I think it was a Tamiya.
Yeah, it is Tamiya. I've done that one. It is an arse.
It was
why is it an
right.
arse?
Oh, the fit issues on it was unreal.
Yeah, and trying to get that seam line out down the centre.
Yeah,
the bottom
trying to get that.
It's a nightmare.
And then once you've done the seam line, you've got the rest of it to deal with because that's a 2-piece there.
Yeah.
And it
Really?
took forever to get that seam out.
Is that decals all that red and white and blue on there, is it?
No, the red's paint.
Yeah.
Right.
The blue stripes are in decal.
Can I just say you've got that line's absolutely perfect for that spray paint. Fair play.
Took ages to do. It took me 4 weeks just to get the paint right. The tank was a nightmare to start with.
From someone who doesn't like doing gloss, you've done a perfect job on that, mate. Is that rattle can? Is it?
Yes.
Fucking brilliant. And the way you've got the line going round on the fuel tank there, fucking that's brilliant.
The curve.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what took so long. This curve was a nightmare to do.
So how did you do that then? Just with tape?
Yeah. Tamiya.
Fucking hell. Is what the white stuff, I guess, not the
No.
Oh, you've done brilliantly on that.
There you go. There's my tape.
Is that the dispenser from Ultimate Products?
This came from UMP, yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one as well. Did a video on it as well. Got very little views on it, but I did a video on it.
It's good, this is.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, I don't know, it took me ages to do the tank stripe.
Bloody hell. Honestly, mate, that's a fucking awesome effort. I love that. Well done, mate. Well done.
Thank you. I didn't think it were good, to be honest.
You've done a banging job on that.
He's done a fucking awesome job on that. Yeah. Sorry, MC2. I didn't mean the language to be disgusting.
Language is disgusting. Oops.
That's what he's put. Yeah.
It's been quite mild tonight, I think. For us.
When I see something good, it does bring out the Tourette's in me, I'm afraid.
I didn't think it was that good, to be honest.
Mm.
I'll tell you what, I'll have a look in a bit. I'll send it in our Discord, the one, because I had to do one for a customer.
Yeah.
I had to do 3. I'll find it in a minute. I'll send it.
Mm. Go on then, Alex. What was the kit that you would never do again?
I think there was an Italieri JU86.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that it's a particularly bad kit. It was just one of those kits that I think I broke a part of it at one point and tried to repair it and then put it back together. And it was just one of those things that just, you just think, why am I doing this? I'm not enjoying this anymore. So I've still got it somewhere, but I've never actually completely finished it because of that.
Mm. Fair enough.
Can't bear to actually throw it away. But can't admit defeat.
No, you can't. You got to keep it there, so. Okay. What about you then, Sully? What kit did you regret starting and never finished or binned or whatever?
Well, you're probably going to hate me saying this, but...
Is it a Spitfire?
No. It's Airfix, though. The Evro Lancaster B3.
Really?
The Dambuster one?
No. The standard version. B3? Yeah, B3. Standard, yeah. The worst thing is, it's for a customer as well.
Ooh.
and it's just killing me. It's really weird. The dry fitted everything, went together really well, and then when I come to glue it, just didn't want to have it, and I've been fighting with it all the way to get rid of seam lines in it.
Customer don't need to know what the seam lines. Just say that's what it is on the plane. Just leave the seam lines in.
In the wrong place.
Seam lines are a bugger. But I was quite, as I said, when I did the Concorde, I was very fortunate that I had that scraper. I didn't use any filler on this at all. The seam line down the top there, I just scraped it back and then sanded it round, and you can't feel that it's not there no more. Sometimes you get away with it, though, can't you? You got that little raised bit. It's absolutely fine. It's when it's got dint in it, it's a bugger. So, yeah. Latest kit that I regret ever starting was that what's it called? That mini art Jeep thing, whatever it is. Oh, that made me cry.
You did a mini art Jeep?
Yeah, you know that. When a Jeep was it? It was, what's it called? The
Oh, you mean the quad?
not the quad. The quad was great. Loved building the quad.
Yes, you found a seat for the quad.
I found the seat.
You found it?
I found the seat. Yeah.
Where was it?
Found the seat in Scotland.
What was it doing in Scotland?
Yeah, I know. It felt like it. No. I dropped the wheel for the Concorde on the floor, bent down, and I put my hand out to pick up the seat.
Oh, you see.
I was already been along that whole carpet with masking, with tape and padding all the way along, all the way back. Nothing. Couldn't find it.
Yeah, you spent a whole stream crawling around on the floor.
Yeah. I was
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I was emotion with that one.
Yeah.
Very emotional. And now I found it, so I could build the next Jeep now. But what I'm gonna do it in like really like racy blue colours, like beach bum colours, like blue and That's a good ask about that. Actually,
I dropped a part the other week.
Yeah,
it's not a very small part, and the best thing is now I've got a concrete floor. I still can't find it. It's been a week.
Yeah. Did you F and Jeff?
Oh well, no, it wasn't a part it was for this tank, so it was a part I was debating about putting on anyway, because it doesn't matter if it was there or not.
As a joke, right? I couldn't find this seat, and do you know what? I let the wife hoover through.
Wow!
I'll never get the seat. I can't find it. Just hoover it through. And then she must have missed that spot, so I had to tell her off because she missed the spot. I'm lying. I hoover my own room.
Anti-scratch the cone of shame on.
Yeah, I'm joking, folks. I've just a bit of banter.
If it was real, it wouldn't be here.
Exactly, yeah. That's the sort of I'm joking,
Wow.
So yeah, the Bantam was just so disappointing. But yeah, it's done. It's done to what it is what it is. It's going to go up at the library on display at some point. I haven't done the diorama for it, which mod officer told me to build. I just haven't got around to doing that diorama. It's bored me. So, but it's something I could do in the future when I think like getting on to doing it. I've got. The trouble with me is that people ask me, do I game? Do I go on games? And I did play War Thunder for a while, but even that, I've talked to somebody today about War Thunder. Nomad, who used to come on here chatting. He's gone to crap. Apparently, you've got to pay to win now on there. You've got to actually pay up money to win on that platform now.
Yeah, it's paid to play. It's awful.
It's gone absolute. And I would rather spend 3 hours producing something. It's like me. It's like I used to go to cinema so much.
Yeah.
I don't now. I just tend to sit at home and do model kits, really, because that's my yoga. That's my mental health, prescription.
It's a meal out, that is, isn't it? Going to the cinema now. It's a dinner.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's why we stopped going.
Well, this is why we go Meerkat, because we get the 2-for-1 deals on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. But then again, for £22 a month, you can sign up to Odeon's monthly deal, and you can go to cinema as many times as you want. So if you imagine they have 5 releases a month, and you go to every single release, you're probably only paying a tenth of what you would do if you only went the once. But what's the ticket now? What's the ticket now for a cinema? 14 quid?
Is it really?
Oh, fuck, yeah. It's expensive.
Wow, last time I went to the cinema, it was...
You watch Grease? Yeah, I'm joking.
No, it cost me £6.
That's when you watch Grease.
Yeah,
Wow.
last time he went to the cinema, they had an intermission.
Hey, don't knock it.
Someone
We've
went
still
round
got
an
a
ice
cinema
cream.
that's got them. I watched Grease Lightning.
Yeah. Yeah. I get loads of people here saying, what was it too? The carpet monster regurgitated the chair. Yeah, it must have done. It just popped out the Matrix Moz. Yeah, definitely. It was, dire. And I was upset on the time. I was like, where is it? Luckily, you get 2 in the set, and I built it, and now it's up at the library.
Thank you for them comments there, Terry. Much appreciated.
Where's that to? Where's Terry
top.
to?
Up a bit.
At the top. Terry. Terry, where are you, Terry?
Hobby Barn.
Where is it? I'm looking for Hobby Barn now. Dave, that is what makes the difference between the model builders and assemblers. You're able to get past the setbacks. Yeah, totally get that. Paul Price said, nice job on the Susie, which is good.
Thank you.
Johnny says, if you gents could build a model scale to the size of what you're building, what would you build and why would you build it? Like James May in his Airfix Spitfire. I don't think I would bother doing 1-to-1 scale, to be honest, because you would go and buy it.
I've done 1-to-1 scale. It's overrated.
Yeah. Every time I go to IKEA, I'm ended up doing 1-to-1 scale.
I've got a 1-to-1 belly. It took me years to build.
Yeah.
Now I'd build a speeder bike.
It would be the Messerschmitt 262. There's going to be one at the reproduction one at Riyadh this year.
Is it Riyadh this year? Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'd have a speeder bike.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right, well, it's coming up to 9 o'clock, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me.
10 o'clock.
It's been a great.
10 o'clock?
What clock are you working on?
I don't know. I'm so tired. I had a weekend of gigs. I was out Thursday, gigging Friday, gigging Saturday.
It's only 9 o'clock.
Gigging last night at university. I'm knackered. I really am. I'm so tired. I'm just a bit bewildered because somebody said the language is disgusting on this channel. I've never thought of it as disgusting. I just haven't used the C word yet, so I wouldn't worry too much.
No,
Or the R word.
I thought it was rather clean tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The A word.
We'll get Hobby Barn on again sometime this week. When he hits 1,000, we'll get him on to celebrate with him, I reckon, Hobby Barn.
Yeah.
Anfield, good stream. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Michael Palin built a 1-to-1 icebreaker in Ripping Yarns. It's 3 p.m. here. Boom. Tam would build a 109. It'd be a 11109. My latest review of the Academy Spad and showcase the Panda Models Buffalo Mine Clearing Kit. Oh, interesting. That'd be good. We'll have to get you on here, Wayne. Are you in the UK, Wayne? I can't remember if you were UK based or USA based. If you want to come up here on the chat, he's in Wales, is he? All right, no, the invite's taken back then.
Yeah.
Mate, if you come up here on the chat one night, send me an email or Discord me. I'm on Discord. I'm on Facebook. Just message me and we'll get you up here for a chat if you want to come up for a chat. Have a chat
He's in the
with
valleys.
us. Pardon? He's in the valleys, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not with the Welsh. Anyways, thanks all for watching. Thank you, panel, for being on here again tonight. I would say check out the latest podcast, but unfortunately, the last podcast we done was the file got corrupted, so we're going to have to redo it word for word. Yeah, so if you've not checked out our latest podcast, it's in the box down below, beyond the box, and it's just me and Alex chatting shit really about modelling, but it's good fun. We have a good laugh, don't we, mate? It's quite enjoyable.
We do.
So yeah, but again, thank you all. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Steve, for joining me, and hopefully we'll be back next Monday for the same time. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Cheers all. Bye-bye.
Bye.